What is going on, all of my wonderful people? Welcome to another edition of Deluxe Dishin. I'm so excited to be back doing another episode. It is so exciting to do these videos. I'm telling you guys, there's been so much that's going on. I haven't done a video in about a week and a half now, but I'm back to do another one. There's plenty of news, plenty of stuff to talk about. So let's dive right in and get on to what is going on right now. Let us talk about the biggest thing that happened yesterday. It was the Academy Awards, the 88th Academy Awards, which was oh so wonderful. I think this by far was one of the best Academy Award shows that I've seen in a very long time. I did hear that it got very low ratings, like the lowest that it's had in like 8 years. It's very low, but I thought it was very entertaining. I found a lot of people that boycotted, whether they be either white or black. There were a lot of people that boycotted the event. They didn't want to hear the rhetoric, or they just didn't want to support it because of the movies that were in it. But nothing... I have been watching the Academy Awards since I was 11 years old, and nothing has ever changed with the Academy Awards. It's always been a bunch of movies that no one really knew about, or that was not in every single movie theater around the world. It was not in your regular local movie theater. You just couldn't go up the street to watch it. You had to go to like New York City or one of the bigger cities to see these awards. So there was nothing that was really too different about this year, which I found interesting. That was the reason why people were saying they didn't watch. Yes, there should be changes. Yes, there should be many things that the Academy Awards should recognize of great filmmaking. But I believe that Chris Rock did a phenomenal job. No matter what anyone says, I believe he did a phenomenal job. He had some very cutting edge jokes. Yes, some of the jokes were very in depth and very borderline of like, oh my gosh, like you just had to kind of watch and be like, ooh, okay, ooh. Yeah, it was kind of really weird. So I believe that he did his thing, though. You know, there was some jokes, you know, about, you know, that we had better things to, where like back in the day and back in the 60s and 70s, we had better stuff to worry about, like our ancestors being hung from trees and stuff like that. So, or, you know, some of those things were weird, but it kind of caused a tension in the place, which I did not mind, because I feel like over all of these years that we've had so many different award shows. You guys, 88 years, and you can count the number of times that different ethnicities or people have gotten different types of awards. I just feel like sometimes you have to bring attention to what is necessary for you to bring attention to, you know, and it just makes people think, you know, people will think more now. And of course, yes, he was dogged left and right, up and down. Chris Rock was, you know, he was played, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they really got on him today, and they said it was, you know, the most horrible, you know, Academy, and they don't need to focus on that stuff. But yes, I really believe that there are times when you do have to point things out. So I commend him on the job that he did. He mentioned even Kevin Hart a few times in there. He talked about Kevin Hart having so many, you know, jobs and different things like that, and, you know, getting movies every single month. And Kevin Hart actually came up and he pointed some things out, you know, about the Academy Awards. And I do want to mention this, that Cat Williams, he's a bigger comedian, you know, if you haven't heard of him, he's had Pimp Chronicles and different things like that, but he actually spoke out against Kevin Hart and said some pretty harsh things about Kevin. In his words, he actually said that Kevin Hart is a puppet for the movie industry. He's a puppet in Hollywood. He's Hollywood's puppet, and he said he never had to or I can't quote him word for word, but he said basically he never had to perform favors for the industry people that are out there in the world in order to get to where he was today. So I really felt like it was very rude. And Cat Williams, just recently we found out about a couple of hours ago that Cat Williams was arrested. Yes, arrested in Atlanta. So I just think that Cat Williams is kind of off of his rocker. So maybe he was just spewing things out and just saying whatever he wanted to say, you know, but it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I really don't ever knock anyone's grind. Kevin Hart is doing his thing. Yes, he has a movie that comes out every single month. Yes, he's there in the movie theaters, but he's bringing people to come see things, and he's getting high grossing movies that are coming to the movie theater. So I don't knock his hustle. So I never want to bring down other people that are doing their hustle, whether it be male, female, black, white, anybody that's hustling and doing their thing in Hollywood. I would never knock them like that. So I did not agree with that. Another huge thing that happened at the Academy Awards was Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash came out of nowhere. She pops onto the stage during one of his jokes, and I really thought it was going to be a joke, because he was like, and we have somebody who was here, and I'm going to introduce her, Miss Stacey Dash, and I thought that it was just going to be another blank, like what Anthony Anderson did at the NAACP Awards, but she actually pranced out on the stage and says, I'm here to support, what did she say? I'm here to support you, I'm here to support my people, happy Black History Month, and all you could hear was crick, crick, chirp, 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 crickets, 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 and nobody got it. They did not think it was funny. There was not anybody that laughed. She did not need to be there. I basically wrote Stacey Dash off at the end of January. So I've already said bye, Stacey. She really needs to go bye-bye. I'm done with Stacey Dash. Like, I really believe it was... did you even know that it was a joke on you? The joke was on you, Stacey. But, of course, you are clueless. Hence the name of the movie you came from. You're clueless, Stacey Dash. Bye-bye. We'll see you later. Anyways, that was a huge thing that happened there. There were also so many great performances at the Academy Awards. We had The Weeknd got up there and he did his Earned It song from 50 Shades of Grey. This was actually one of the first times that I did enjoy The Weeknd song. I always talk about his performances, like I said in a couple videos before, that I didn't really like him performing, but he actually did a really, really good job on Earned It on the Oscars. He did a good job. So kudos to The Weeknd. Also, Lady Gaga, excellent performance that she did that was also nominated. I mean, it was about her and being raped when she was younger, at a younger age, and talking about how nobody knows how you feel until it happens to you. I mean, it was a very, very touching. You could tell everyone was moved that was in there. I love Stephanie Germanotta. I will always call her Lady Gaga, but I always call her Stephanie now, because I believe she's coming into her own and she's becoming Stephanie. It's not any more tactics or all of this hoopla and this other frou-frou stuff that she has going on. It's just Stephanie sitting out at the piano, blowing, singing, doing an excellent job. Great job. Also, big news that happened there also was Leonardo DiCaprio getting and winning the award for Best Actor of this year at the Academy Awards. Excellent job for The Revenant. I still have not seen the movie, but now I do want to go see it. One movie that I heard that was not too good, I've been hearing mixed reviews about it also, was Mad Max. They won like the majority of all the awards at the beginning of they basically won a lot of the awards during, at the very beginning of the Academy Awards, and then it started to like switch up a little bit. But he did win for The Revenant, so I was very excited. Also, the director of The Revenant also won for Best Director. But Spotlight actually took home the Movie of the Year award, which was very interesting altogether. But I mean, it was a really good award show. I didn't mind, because of all of the jokes and the different innuendos that Chris Rock placed into the Academy Awards, making it more black than it really was. I enjoyed it. He even ended it off with inviting everybody that was at the Academy Awards out to the BET Awards this upcoming June. So, I mean, it was very, very funny. Very, very good job, Chris Rock. I enjoyed it. I don't think they will ever have him back again, but I believe that it was a very good job that he did. So I really enjoyed the Academy Awards. Excellent, 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 excellent. All right. The next topic that I want to talk about briefly is a show that I'm watching on reality TV that I had to talk about. It's 3 episodes and going on the 4th episode this Wednesday. They're going to have a reunion show and everything like that. I don't usually talk about reality shows on here because they're ever changing and there's so many things going on every single week. So I'm going to talk about this show. It is called The Next 15 and it comes on TV One. Now this show is so great, you guys, because it includes one of my favorite characters or favorite reality stars, which is Tiffany Pollard from I Love New York and Flavor of Love. She was the original. She was the original reality star before Nene, before Omarosa. She was the original reality star that came on the scene and shook things up in the reality world. So she took a long hiatus away from TV and has come back with a force, a dramatic force that just cannot be reckoned with. And she is the whole reason why I watch The Next 15. The Next 15 includes 6 reality stars altogether. Those include Laura Gavin from, I believe that's her last name, Laura Gavin from Basketball Wives LA. It includes Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, the original franchise with Shani and all of them. Karamo from The Real World Philadelphia, which was 2005, I believe. New York is in there, and Claudia Jordan from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, or you might know her from Deal or No Deal, or I believe Price is Right. She was a model before, but you remember her. She was only on Real Housewives of Atlanta for 1 season. And then Benzino from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He was also on Celebrity Rehab, not Celebrity Rehab, but it was Marriage Boot Camp that was on, I believe that's on We. So yes, so he's on there also. So the show is really great. It starts out with basically them coming up with this idea. The guy that I need to know his name. Oh my gosh, he is the king of reality TV. I really need to find out his name for you. I will put it right down here on the bottom. There it is right there. I'm gonna do my research. His name is right there, but he actually does the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He does a lot of different reality shows, but he's an awesome guy, and I really like the premise of his show. Basically, he brings in Claudia Jordan as like the headliner of the show. Don't know why, but she is the headliner of the show, and she basically wants to do a talk show where reality stars from all different genres can come and kind of redeem their name from shows that they were kind of prejudged before when the show wrapped, basically, or were kicked off, or were judged very harshly. So she basically comes on the scene, and she's putting this together. He basically gets to choose who these reality stars are going to be that are going to be on the show. He includes all these people, including New York, which comes as a surprise at the end of the first episode. So New York comes on the scene, and she is just very outspoken. She wants to be the leader of everything, but I mean, she is basically the reason why people watch the show. She just brings the drama to the show. So basically, Karamo takes on the role. I believe, to me, I love Karamo. I've always liked Karamo since he was on the Real World Philadelphia. He was the first openly gay male or black male to come on reality TV and to be on the real, to be on reality TV in general. So he basically serves as he talks, you know what I'm saying? He talks, like he will act like he's all friendly with you, but he'll talk on the side to somebody else, or he'll be totally different around somebody else, and then he'll go talking to somebody else over here. So I don't like the fact that he does that a lot. He has his storyline, I'm still yet to see his storyline. He's very good friends with Claudia. They're very bosom buddies on the show. So I've never liked Claudia in general. I did not like Claudia way back in the day. I believe I actually saw her one time on one of my first flights as a flight attendant. I didn't recognize who she was, but she was pretty short, and I think she was on a flight before. But I've never really liked her. I didn't like her in Real House. I didn't like her in Real Housewives. I don't really like her now. But New York is giving her the business, so she come onto the scene. She wants to be the executive producer of this show so bad, of this show. She's like, Claudia cannot be the executive. I want to be the executive, but I don't want to do anything. So she's coming up and making this big deal about it, and it's just so hilarious, you guys. If you saw the way that it is handled, basically there's this part on the show where New York comes up and she's basically breaking down and crying in front of all these. This was right before the end of the last episode that just aired, and she's breaking down and crying and going boo-hooing, and Claudia's like, I've never seen anybody cry with no tears coming down. And she says, she calls her out her name, she calls her B, but she says, I'm crying from my heart, B. She's telling her, she's like, I'm crying, it's coming from, it's deep down in my heart that I'm crying. And it is so, the whole cast is rolling because she's just a character. But New York is one of my favorites. I will continue watching the next 15 because of New York. I mean, she makes the show. So shout out to New York. You were still doing your thing on reality TV just like you did back on all the old shows. You never ever get old, New York. Keep doing what you do. So make sure you tune in. It comes on Wednesdays, I believe, at 9 o'clock on TV1 Eastern Standard Time. Watch it the next 15 because I believe Karamo just called her out of her name and she's about to go in. So there's my reality TV plug. Now, I'm going to go from reality TV plug to this. So there is a book that is out now that is from the church that I go to. His name is Stephen Furtick. He has a huge church down here in North Carolina, and I love it. It's Elevation Church here in North Carolina, and it is excellent. He has just come out with a book that's called Unqualified. I want everybody, if you don't get a chance, I want you to go out and cop this book. This book is actually going to be released tomorrow. We got our copies early at the church, but this book is amazing. I began reading it, and it's basically talking about how God uses broken people to do big things. It talks about how, you know, different people in the Bible have been used, whether they be prostitutes, whether they be Moses was used, Jacob was used, David was an adulterer, but God can still use you to do huge things for him, for his glory. And I really truly believe and hold fast to that. I believe it is a great book that you should cop and pick up. Stephen Furtick is an awesome pastor. I believe he is sent by God to really put a spark into the Christian faith and to what it is all about and what we stand for and what God wants us to do in these crazy days in our world. So if you don't get a chance, it's on Amazon, Unqualified by Stephen Furtick. Go and cop it. Go pick it up. Excellent read. Go and get it. Last but not least, I just want to say that it is coming, you guys. Super Tuesday is right around the way. If you are living in any of the states that are voting, I need you to get out there and vote at the polls. All people, go out and vote so we can get the right candidate in here for this election. You guys, this is the craziest election I've ever seen in my life. This is a very crucial election. So please go out and please vote. I will be talking about this very, very soon. I've been holding it in, so I've been biting my lip, but I am holding it all in. Go and vote. Coming soon. Yes, I will have a video about my thoughts on this election and everything like that, because it's going to be a very crucial video. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Deluxe Dishin. I will see you all next time. Make sure you go like, subscribe, go get some people to come, go share this video on Facebook, do whatever you got to do. But I will see you next time. Peace out.